Guys, welcome back to the channel. So thanks for joining me today. We're in the garage. We're working on the Silverado 3500 HD. This is a 2022. I just got these wheels and tires put on a couple weeks ago. They're the Fuel Quake 18x9 wheels with the Nitto Ridge Grapper tires, 285/70 18 tires. They look awesome on the truck. I really love the look. And they do poke out a little bit. So they probably poke out about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches outside of the fender well. And so that's really not that big of a deal. However, when I'm driving down the road and I hit like a puddle of water or something, it really splashes up along the side of the truck. And as you guys probably know, a black vehicle is hard to keep clean. And then if you have the annoyance of having, any little puddle on the road splashing up water all along the side, not only is that going to affect the cleanliness of it, but it could scratch this. If I'm off-roading, rocks, dirt, mud, debris is going to be slung all along the side of the truck here. So what I'm doing today is I just bought these Bushwacker Fender flares. They're actually called the Extend-A-Flare. They're not the pocket flares, they're the Extend-A-Flares. So they actually have a smooth surface look to them. And we removed the stock ones up front, and they're just going to bolt into the factory holes. And they're going to give probably about a 2-inch extension of the fender. That way, that should avoid that. So I'm really curious to see how these are going to look. I think they'll cover the tire as far as the thickness of the fender flare. So I'm curious to see how they're going to look. I hope it looks good. So let's get into this. Let's open up the box. Let's see what's included, and let's see what's involved in the installation of these. So the box is open up. This is the driver's side. 2 flares here. We've got our front one and we've got our rear one. And it comes with this kind of like a rubber O-ring gasket stuff that goes along the outside. So that's kind of the first step, is we install that on the outside, because the outside is going to be touching the paint, and that really kind of protects the paint from the rubbing of the plastic flare. I'm not going to paint these. If you can see, the factory kind of has like a gloss, kind of a matte textured type black material on the flare here. These are kind of they have a little bit different look to them, but I don't want them color matched. I don't know. I don't think coloring match would be a good deal. So I'm going to leave them how they are. I'm going to leave them how they are, install them, see how they look. We can take them off and paint them if we need to. It'd be some version of black, like probably a matte anyways. So on the front's a pretty easy installation. We actually remove this front existing flare. We remove this splash guard here. So this splash guard goes away. So as far as installing, we actually just remove, there's 3 screws holding the splash guard in. We reuse this one, and then there's 5 little screws all along the top, ending right there. We take those out, and we'll be able to remove the factory flares. Now I have this handy little Ryobi. It's an angled, kind of like a angled socket driver. But I'm using a T15, it uses a T15 bit, and if you use a 1/4 inch socket, the bit will actually fit inside there. And my tires are not big enough that I have to remove the tire or anything, so I can just get this on very easily. I can even get it down into here without having to remove the tire. So I don't even have to turn the tire to get to those three right there. So we'll get those taken off. With the screws removed, we can just pull with the trim panel off. I'm just using one of these nylon trim tool or pry tool removers, push pin removers. Now to remove the splash shield or this little mud guard here, actually you remove the 3 bolts or 3 screws in the front here, and then there's 2 from behind, one up top here and then one over here. I just removed those, and that's going to allow me to take this off. Give it a yank and it'll pull out. Now to prep the fender for installation, we just have to take this rubber gasket that we have. We remove the 3M tape, and the 3M tape actually adheres to the back side of it. And then we slip this on. It comes in one big roll, so once we do this one, we'll just cut it. So the fender flare is now set up to the side of the truck here. Actually, just got the bottom screw in here and the top screw here. You're actually just using the same factory screws that it came with, and one of the mud flap screws from down here on the bottom. So we just have these 6 screws that hold it up there, and this rubber gasket up on the top kind of protects the paint. Because it's a plastic part, it's not going to rub against because it is sitting against the paint now because it is sitting up higher. So I'm going to get the rest of the screws put in, and that should be all there is to it for the front. So the front is in now, and I just got that installed. It was a little harder to get all these lined up, a little harder than I thought it was going to be, but got all these little screws, the screw holes lined up. That was kind of the hardest part. The hardest ones were these. There's 2 right at the top here, and I actually had to use an inspection mirror to kind of see where the hole was and how to angle the screw so that it would hit the hole there. But otherwise, it's in there. You can see the gasket there, and it's nice and tight. If I try moving this thing, it's pretty solid against there. And then it lines up pretty good down here. Lines up pretty good where our splash shield was, and looks really good. Now, as far as if the wheel sticks out, let's see in how the wheel is inset just a little bit. But I think the look is really good. Like, I really like the look of these bigger fenders. I think they really fit the look of the truck better than the stock ones. So I want to get the rear ones put on, and then I'll be able to kind of see how the total look is all the way across the truck. These ones so the rear ones I actually leave on this factory fender lip, but we do take off these 2 splash shields. So same procedure, take out the screws from underneath, and those will just pop off. And then for this one, we have to actually put on these tabs. We put in these tabs here. We've got to mark where the holes are, and then we got to put some tabs in. So a little bit different procedure for the rear. Let's get started. Okay, 3 screws on that side, and there's 1 under this, and there's 2 on the front, so 5. Okay, it's coming out pretty easily there. Same procedure for the rear as we did for the front, is we just have to put on this weather stripping all the way around the edge. All right, the weather stripping's on. We're going to test fit it up here, and actually we're going to hold it in. The only place we can screw it in is on the bottoms on each side, so it's helpful to have hold it up like that. Extra set of hands to hold that side while you're screwing in this side. So with the 2 screws in down below here holding this up, it's not tight, and it's not supposed to be right now, but what we have to do is the other hole locations here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to mark that on the truck here so that we can put the foam tabs, and then we have a little clip, a screw clip holder that will clip on there, so we need to know where to put the foam pad. I'm actually just using a Sharpie. I don't have like a grease, it says use like a grease pen or something. I don't really have one of those, so I'm just using a Sharpie. It should work fine. It's showing up on the plastic. We're just going to unscrew this. Okay, you can kind of see like right here where I marked. This is the Sharpie mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm put a foam pad there, and then I'm going to clip on the screw holder in each of those locations. That's how this is screwed on. Each of those locations there. So we'll clean up that area, just kind of get all the dirt off of each of that area, so that way the foam pad can stick there. Okay, so what we've done here, we've put the foam pads on, and then we've put these clips over the foam pads, and that is how, you can see right there, and there. So now we're ready to put the flare back up and secure it down. So the bottom screws are going to be held in by 2 factory screws, and then the rest of these clip that we're doing on the side, those are going to be with the included screws you get with the kit. So to line up these screw holes, I basically just need to line this up, and I need to line up the clip behind it just so I can find the hole, and then just using a drill to screw all those in. There's an included tool to be able to help pull this gasket out from behind the truck here, so it can get kind of tucked under if while we're installing it here. So this little tool helps pull it back up like that. Okay, the rear is all done. I'm just going to get it cleaned off here. It's got a bunch of kind of dirt and fingerprints all over it. Overall, not too hard, about kind of what I was expecting. Hardest part is just getting all the screw holes lined up and then just getting them screwed in, because there's a little bit of give in the plastic. So, and then some of these screw holes can't, the clip can move. So you just getting it lined up helps to have an extra set of hands. Okay, so all done here on this side. It actually looks pretty good. These flares really have just kind of a little more bulky look to them. And we can see here the wheels no longer, the tire is no longer hanging outside of the fender. So it's almost maybe ½ inch inside the fender now. Kind of see up here as well. We've lost our little splash shield there. We'll see if we're going to do any kind of mud flap or anything there, but we'll kind of see how the water and mud splash up, how much these flares are going to help protect against that. They should help quite a bit, I would think. Kind of see down the side here. I think they have a really good look. Kind of gives it a really more like a more muscular look. Weren't too bad to install. Just have to do the other side now. It's just the exact same. We'll get the other side done, and then we'll get some good shots outside in the daylight. So here's the truck outside. Just want to get a good shot of the fender flares, how they look kind of out in the daylight, kind of full side shot here. I really like the look of these. I think they look a lot more muscular. I think it gives the truck a really cool look. I don't think they're too big either. That was one concern after seeing these. I thought maybe they might be too big, too wide. One thing that is kind of interesting, I don't know if I'll we'll see how they look. If you can see here how the front flare comes out here, and then the bumper doesn't match the same width. You can see a little bit better right here. So see how that front one, the bumper's that width, and then the flare goes out. So I mean that looks, it'd look better if the bumper matched the same width. But overall, I think I really like how they look. I'm also curious to see how long this finish. This kind of, it's like almost just like a primered matte black finish. Curious to see how long that's going to last, if it'll hold up, if it's going to resist scratching. If not, I'll probably have to eventually just get those painted. Kind of see, this is a shot from the back here. See if we can get a side. So the wheels and tires do not stick out past, which that was kind of what I was going for. I wanted the tires to be kind of even or slightly under the fender flares, so that way I can protect the finish of the truck a little better. Pretty happy with how they look. Installation wasn't bad. Now, if you had a different color truck, red, white, silver, you probably, I don't know, I might get them color matched, but with these being black, and then I also have kind of like this matte black step, these steps here, there, and the original ones were kind of a matte black. I think it looks pretty good. There's this matte plastic trim on the door pillar there as well, so it's not all gloss black paint. There is some matte black, so it does match pretty well. Anyways, guys, well, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you found this informational or helpful. Be sure to leave your comments down below, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.